Today in Algebra 1, Chapter 6, Section 2, we are going to learn to solve inequalities using multiplication and division. In the previous lesson, we solved inequalities using addition and subtraction, and so we're just taking, this is just one step further than that. Here are two examples. X divided by 3 is greater than 8. You solve an inequality just like you solve an equation. Okay, here we have x. It's being divided by 3, so the inverse operation of dividing by 3 would be to multiply by 3. So if we multiply the left side by 3, then we multiply the right side by 3. And it cancels your 3's, and you have x is greater than 24. If we're looking to put that on a number line, to graph it, I'm looking for the number 24. I'm looking to know that you know that it should be an open dot because it is not inclusive. It is exclusive because it does not have the equal to symbol with it. And it's going to the numbers that are greater than 24, which would be 25 and 26 and so on. The second example we have here is 4x is less than or equal to 16. Again, we are solving for x. X is being multiplied by 4, so the inverse operation of multiply is to divide. So we'll divide this side by 4, so we divide the left side by 4. And so you are left with x is less than or equal to 4. If we want to graph that, we have a number line. I'm looking for the number 4 on the number line. I'm looking for a dot that is filled in, because it does have this equal to symbol with it. I'm looking for your arrow to go to the left because that is less than. Here are two more examples, and on these two examples we look at what becomes really different, and it's the big point on this lesson. When you have an inequality and you multiply or you divide by a negative through that inequality, the symbol must change, and this is the big deal for this lesson. When we are solving this inequality, x divided by negative 4 is greater than 12. Again, we are going to do the same thing. We're going to multiply this by negative 4 because that is the inverse operation. So then we multiply the other side by negative 4 as well. Now here it comes. Here's the big change. When you multiply or divide through an inequality by a negative, that means this symbol must change directions. Okay, that's the big difference. So here, a negative turns to a positive, and your 4's cancel out, and you have x is less than negative 48. This is huge right here. The symbol change is huge. When you multiply or you divide through an inequality by a negative, the symbol must change. Now we'll take another look here at the second example. Negative 6n is less than or equal to 24. So n is being multiplied by negative 6, so we will divide by negative 6. So we will divide the right side by negative 6. Again, we divided by a negative, therefore this symbol must immediately change directions. Okay, that's really important. When you multiply or divide by a negative, your symbol must change. So now we have a negative by a negative is a positive. Your 6 divided by 6 is 1. N, okay, is greater than or equal to negative 4. If we want to graph this, x is less than negative 48. I'm looking for the number negative 48. I'm looking for an open dot because it is not inclusive, and I'm looking for your arrow to go to the left. N is greater than or equal to negative 4. I'm looking for your number line with a negative 4 on it. I'm looking for a closed-in dot because it is equal to it right there, so we have that closed. And I'm looking for your arrow to go to the right where the numbers are greater than negative 4. So the huge point of this lesson is that when you're multiplying or dividing an inequality by a negative number, the direction of the inequality symbol must change. Only when you are multiplying or dividing. Okay, only when, not when you're adding or subtracting, only when you're multiplying or dividing. That is huge. That is the point of this lesson. Okay, right there, that is the huge, the one, that's the B. Y'all have a good day.